Good morning, Lake Worth Beach. My name is Ryan Oblander, and I'm running for City Commission District 2 on March 9th, 2021. Don't forget that date. So I figured I'd take a morning walk. Why not try to make a few videos to let you learn more about myself and what my issues are with the city, and hopefully I can learn about what your issues are too. Right now we're at the Northwest ball fields. You can tell it's going to be a beautiful sunrise this morning. Let me tell you a little bit about myself then. Let's go right to it. I just turned 42. I'm married with 2 kids, my wife Talina and my 2 sons, Tristan and Ethan. Tristan's turning 8 and Ethan's going on 2. Hopefully it's the terrific 2s because he had some really terrible ones. But he's mischievous, but he's really clever. So takes after his old man. But we also have 5 cats. Before moving to Lake Worth Beach in 2005, we had 1 cat. After moving to Lake Worth Beach, we had 5 cats. It actually was 7, but we ended up adopting 2 out. Neighbor's cat gave birth to 4 kittens in my backyard. So my wife nursed them and was able to find homes for 2 of them, and we adopted the other 2. So yeah, no dogs, just all cats. But we moved to Sunset Ridge in 2005, and shortly thereafter I became involved with a group of neighbors who wanted to start a crime watch group, and eventually that just formed into a full-fledged neighborhood association. So I was pretty much involved from the beginning. The official Sunset Ridge Neighborhood Association didn't begin until 2006. I've been a board member since then, and in 2008 is when I became president of Sunset Ridge Neighborhood Association. And I've been president ever since. Either people really like what I do, or they don't want to do what I do as a president of this group. But it's been fun. We do a lot of information sharing, and we try to do more activities here. But it's hard to gather the troops and do a lot of volunteer activities. But we've been doing trash pickups over the years. We've been helping other neighborhood associations with their pickups. We do some barbecue events and picnics in the park. This is all pre-COVID. Once COVID came, pretty much all the neighborhood associations stopped doing anything. But they're all, they were all dormant for the year, but they're all starting to show signs of some life and getting their groups back together. I think I skipped ahead a little bit on myself, but going back to what I do for work, the best way, so I won't bore you to death, is I'm a programmer, or application developer, some like to call it. I've worked on hundreds of big websites, small websites, but I mainly do database design and work on integrating bank APIs and credit bureau APIs for the software company I work with. My wife is a filmmaker, producer, book writer. She currently has a book on Amazon right now called Coupons and Dreams, based on a short film that she was writing with a friend. And she wrote that in 2020 with a baby, so I don't know how she did it, but it's up there. Check it out if you can. And I also do real estate investing. That's almost how I got to Lake Worth Beach. I was doing buy and hold, fix and flips all around the counties, and eventually I ended up in Lake Worth at the time. Recently changed to Lake Worth Beach. And I don't know, just something about Lake Worth Beach just made me want to stay. It was very interactive, a lot of different types of people, a lot of restaurants and bars. It had so much going for it. And since moving here, haven't really been needing to go anywhere else for anything. There's, all the shops are here that we need, all the things for the children. My son went to North Grade Elementary School. I also volunteered to serve on the PTO board over there and help them out with their social media and Facebook and fundraising activities. So yeah, I've been involved in the community for a very long time. I mean, ever since I got here. Also a board member of the NAPC, which is the Neighborhood Association President's Council. It's pretty much just a gathering of all the neighborhood association heads or the representatives, and we meet once a month, go over issues citywide. And they do a lot for the city. A lot of big events you might have heard of, like the 4th of July raft race, the Great Taste of Lake Worth, most of the parades that are going down. Just recently, the NAPC took over the St. Patrick's Day parade. That was for 2020, but unfortunately that one was canceled. And I think it's going to be canceled in 2021 as well. But in working with the NAPC, and the Sunset Ridge Neighborhood Association, and other neighborhood associations, I must have put in hundreds and hundreds of hours of volunteer time, doing different events and organizing committees. I was on the candidate debate committee, the raft race committees, the Great Taste committees, and things like that, and getting all these events for the people of Lake Worth Beach to enjoy. Evening on the Avenue. Used to have neighborhood groups swap out time to sit there and play and talk about their neighborhoods with other people on the street, and I was sad to see that event get canceled. But hopefully there'll be some more events once everything starts returning to somewhat of a normality. I'd like to propose an event called Sunset on the Ridge. If we can't have Evening on the Ave, where we invite some food trucks to the Northwest Ball Fields that I was just at, and have some live music and maybe a small fire pit, and people can enjoy themselves and see what's over here happening on the north end. That's also going to be one of my hot topics I'll talk about in a future video, is what's going on with the North Ball Fields. So if you have any questions, or if you want to see me talk about a topic on a future video, just go ahead. This is actually my first Facebook Live video using my commissioner page, but there should be a link below. Watch out for the dog. There should be a link below that has a link to my website, voteoblander.com, www.voteoblander.com. From there, you can see my email address. You can ask me a question that you want to see me talk about on another video. You can also email me saying hi, or you can click a PayPal donate button, and there's specific instructions about how much you can donate and the requirements. If you donate over $100, you have to put your occupation in the notes field. Otherwise, I have to chase you down and find out what your occupation is later. It's all for the public records and treasurer books for the city clerk's office. Other things I've done around the city. Up until recently, I served as the chair of the Electric Utility Advisory Board. I was only chair for a short time, since 2019, but I was on the board since 2017. And we oversaw issues like, what was the big one? The big one was renegotiating our contract and make sure we got the best deal for the city. Ultimately, we went with OUC because they gave us the best deal. But there are so many other issues with the electric board that I couldn't be a part of, like solar net metering, because I have solar panels, so I wasn't allowed to discuss anything with anything regarding solar. I think there are still vacancies on the electric board. If you have a chance, reach out to your commissioners and the mayor to see if you can get appointed to a seat. It's an important board and definitely should have some more active participants. I was forced to resign because I ran for office, and when you run for office, good morning, waiting for the bus. When you run for office, you can't be on a chair, can't be on a board, sorry. Another interesting fun fact about me is that I was in the inaugural and probably one of the only, or one of a few, Lake Worth Institute classes that they did probably over a decade ago. And I'll do a little name drop, but I'm not sure if many of you like him or know him, but Jeff Clemens, the former mayor of Lake Worth Beach, was actually in my class. And good morning. It was basically a way for the city to introduce people from the community into the various departments to see what, how government worked, what the various departments did. And we got to do ride-alongs with the fire department, police department. We got to see the building department, learned about City Hall, things like that. It was basically to inspire civics and future leadership. And here I am. I'm running for City Commission, District 2. So I guess in a weird way, I want to prove that it worked. And there were talks about reinstating something similar called the Lake Worth Academy in 2020. And then, again, COVID struck. So they put all plans for doing anything like that on hold. So I would really like to see something like that come back. I think it's great for the future leaders of our beach town to get to know and get involved with some city functions and city departments and learn more about it. But here I am talking all about myself. In my next video, I'll go into why I'm running for office. Hopefully by then, you'll have seen this video and you can also ask me some questions and I can potentially answer for you. And don't forget to donate to my campaign, and I'll see you tomorrow.